So there is a shift from kind of the original natural rights to democratization, especially with the 15th Amendment. And then later you get the women's suffrage movement as well, where the 19th Amendment, I think, in 1920 gives women the right to vote. And that kind of stems from the fact that, okay, so we had this original contract of natural rights, but it was kind of tainted by slavery. And so we now need to look for a new set of answers. And for America, that was democratization and the right to vote. Interestingly enough, none of the founding documents, the Declaration of Independence, Constitution, or Bill of Rights, none of those mention anything about the right to vote because that social contract failed, kind of. We get a new set of answers, which is democracy and giving everyone a say, whereas
Yeah,
the original social contract didn't necessarily do that.
yeah, very good. Exactly. So we get women's suffrage as one of the elements of that transformation. Yeah, that's what we call it, the process of democratization, because what you have is this elevation of the right to vote to almost primacy among all the rights. Everybody wants the right to vote. And we still have this blathering discussion about how one vote, one this, and everybody should vote, including illegal immigrants and whoever's in the country can vote, and all the arguments that we have today. It's all centered around the right to vote, as opposed to the natural rights that the founding fathers defended. And as you say, they did not think of America as democracy, and they did not simply hand out voting rights promiscuously like we do today. They were very strict about that. And so it took time for Americans to say, no, what we want is a different system. We've got all kinds of transformations. You've got the Industrial Revolution that does things in terms of changing the structure of the family. And, of course, the technological social contract, a lot more wage labor, a lot less agriculture, a lot more urbanization. So there's so many factors leading to transformations. We can't even get into hardly any of that here. So we're going to focus on that moral and political layer of the social contract. And so the way that we'll do that is, let's say, talk about the fact that America went out to make the world safe for democracy in the world wars. But then the truth is that America was not really living up to its promise, especially to African Americans. And so we get the civil rights movement.